Welcome to the final episode in this series. I'm back with Carl. How are you, Carl?
I'm good, thank you.
Carl, I want to talk about the future, and specifically the future of AI and cybersecurity.
Let's do it.
There's a lot going on.
There is.
And it's only going to get better.
Absolutely.
Okay? So how do you see the role of AI evolving in the cybersecurity landscape over the next 5 to 10 years?
AI is going to represent foundation of what we're doing with our portfolio. Effectively, if you look at where we are building AI into our solutions, there's really three areas. There's AI infrastructure, where you're going to be running custom AI workloads. There's going to be AI embedded in existing solutions, and then there's going to be AI that someone's going to be interacting with on a daily basis from an operational standpoint. The industry has actually coined a term for this. It's called large language model operations.
Right.
It's effectively using a large language model.
LLM, yeah.
LLM ops.
Yep.
Using that to interact with, operate, and administer the network. So in today's world, we've got a whole host of solutions, AI embedded. We've got these virtual AI assistants, which are starting to percolate across our portfolio. Just last December, we introduced the very first virtual assistant, which was on our Firewall Management Center.
Right, use that.
Today's world, we have the AI assistant across 11 of our solutions.
Right.
So in the space of 10 months, we have fast-tracked the adoption and deployment of this AI assistant, with more to come in the future. We're actually using a common foundation. A company called ArmorBlocks, we acquired them in 2023.
Yes, I know them well.
We're actually using their technology to form the foundation of this AI assistant. And what we're doing, because we're using a common AI assistant in the future, you're going to see all those discrete AI assistants that we've got for XDR, for SSE, for Firewall Management Center, converge and consolidate. So you'll have one AI assistant managing everything. And this is not just security. This will be collab, this will be networking, this will be cloud.
You'll be able to ask questions about multiple verticals, multiple.
Correct.
Wow, okay.
So it's really important to understand that when you're managing an IT operation, you have to consider all aspects of that. There is the cloud part, there is the collab part, there is the security part, there's the networking part. And having an AI system that understands all those moving parts potentially is going to give you better outcomes when you're performing different workflows.
Fair enough.
The AI assistant that we've got right now, though, presents you with a chat GPT style interface. So you have a text prompt, and as an operator, you're going to ask it a question. It's going to be a kind of a back and forth interaction with this. And in terms of where we're going in the future, we got a bit of a glimpse of this at the RSA conference last year.
Okay.
Our EVP of security, a guy called G2 Patel, stood up on stage, and he showed a concept of where we want to take this technology.
I remember this. I was in the session. Yeah.
So he actually introduced the concept of this AI entity called AMES, A-M-E-S. And it kind of goes like this. It really is taking that large language model and evolving that text prompt to be a verbal interaction. So almost you can imagine converging a Hey Alexa or a Hey Google kind of capability with a large language model. And when you infuse and bring those together, the paradigm that you're then presented with as an operator is very, very different from what you have today. So imagine walking into your office and saying, hey Cisco, how's my network going today? And it says, hey, your network's going okay, but I noticed that there was this anomaly happening over here. This person called Fred did something, and I noticed that he actually introduced a little Trojan. I detected that and I've quarantined that.
Okay.
I've done the inspection, and you start having this conversation with your AI assistant. Okay, so they're being almost like a buddy, augmenting the operator's ability in terms of better protecting the network. So it's taking you to really to that next step, that next level. There is something also that I think we're going to start to see in that evolution. And I kind of go back to 10, 12 years ago when you look at the emergence of those hyperscalers, the Googles and Microsofts, when they started to build out these massively scalable data centers, and the levels of operational efficiency they introduced through the power of automation and assurance, where you might have one server operator managing 100,000 physical servers. Now, you or I might look at that and go, how the heck does one person manage all of those physical machines? It's through the power of technology, through the power of automation. So they have proven at scale, automation assurance and these AI systems are starting to help them better become more productive. And I think as we evolve and move that technology into our mainstream customers here in Australia and New Zealand, There's going to be probably a little bit of resistance up the front, like, am I going to trust this thing to go off and do the things that it can do? So there's going to be a period of time where I think customers will have become more comfortable with this technology to the point where they can actually kind of let it do the mundane. And that's ultimately, I think, where the benefits are going to come for most organizations. It's how can we free up time of our operations people to focus on the high value projects and leave the mundane things to those AI assistants to just go off and do. So I think that's what you're going to see, the direction of the technology and where it's going to be going.
Right, that's exciting, because people that know me, I'm a massive adopter of the AI assistant.
Yes.
I've got it all over my house. It controls my lights, controls my blinds. I would love to be able to come into the office and say, hey Cisco, how's my network?
That'd be pretty cool.
Carl, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, man.
Cheers.